getting along. Everybody looks beautiful and happy. And I'm like, future. Everybody wants to be against each other. And I'm sure with all, chaos theory, before you get the rest, the equilibrium, you got to have a lot of destruction and chaos first. Order through chaos. Pretty much what's going on right now. That's what
Breaking news, Amazon's AWS, I don't know what that is, temporarily shut down power at one of its UAE data centers after unidentified subjects struck in availability. There's...
It was hit in the Emirates, yeah.
No, but this is right now again.
No, my friend in Dubai told me about this. Yeah. Actually, there are many similarities to the Desert Storm, to the Gulf War. What's happening now in the Persian Gulf and the Middle East, and European countries are going to get involved as well. So it's only giving flashbacks.
What year was that?
Sorry, Kuwait.
I don't remember this.
This was right after the war with Iraq. He went on this fucking crazy.
I lived in Iran in 1990, 91. I don't remember this.
Well, that's odd.
Well, maybe I was just too young. I was 10, 11.
Yeah, maybe.
Iranian Red Cross is 550. IDF spokesperson. Abby, do you know what's going on in Israel? How are people holding up there? Like, if you want to talk about it. Is Abby with us?
So what I know from my Israeli friends is that they're winding off shelters, so people were sleeping in all kinds of places, and even metro stations, garages, whatever they could find.
Is there not enough bunker space?
There's not enough public shelters for every single citizen in Israel, of course not.
Oh, it's because these fuckers are like hitting everywhere.
Yeah.
Do we have like a casualty thing? If you want to share.
So from what I know,
because I know IDF doesn't like to share too much stuff.
Shemesh, nine people were killed. One in Tel Aviv. I think there was two in Tel Aviv. One was a 102-year-old, and there was a Filipino woman. 9 in Bet Shemesh. I don't know if there have been any reported deaths today.
Is it a lot of destruction?
I mean, luckily most things get intercepted, but the stuff that doesn't get intercepted causes a lot of damage, yeah.
But majority of them are getting, right? Because I can't find any information. Yeah. That's why, I'm not on the Israeli, Telegram pages and stuff. And on the Farsi ones, I do believe even the ones that are not pro-regime, they get the info from the pro-regime sites. Because we don't have any Farsi Israeli sources. Does that make sense? Like, the sources from Israel, they're all in Hebrew. Nobody translates them.
Actually, we do. Times of Israel is written in Persian as well, so you can read.
Are you serious? Did it have a Telegram? What is it called?
Let me
add the Time of Israel. Let me see if they have Telegram now. Yes, they do.
International, you know how it writes both in English and Persian?
Well, I'm more confident reading English than Farsi.
I can read in English. Pretty transparent. Yeah, it looks like Germany's gonna join in.
Who's gonna join in?
Germany.
I saw these fuckers want to just defend. I didn't see anything about joining in, though. They're talking about few of these European countries.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They want to join in on the
only in
Israel-U.S. campaign. No. Before they spoke about the defense, but they're very discontent with the fact that all these tourist hubs are intact and it's affecting everyone. So
yeah, they need to be all involved. I thought they were all involved. I believe there was a lot of NATO countries getting involved.
No, the closest was UK, but purely like defensive role. But I suspect that's going to change rather quickly.
Why would IDF open airspace? I don't know.
Hi, everyone. Hi, Sarah.
Hi, baby. How are you?
Use its Israeli resources in English.
Who's in English? What happened?
I just was looking Israeli resources in English, which you can read. So why net news? It's in English and it's Israeli resource.
Why?
Why net news?
Today it's in Hebrew. It's not in English.
But it also has the English version.
But I don't find it on the YNet, correct? Yeah, they don't have it on what's it called? They don't have it on Telegram. I'm only using Telegram because there's so much news. It's not easy for me to go between one app to another. I just have 10 pages here and just scroll through them. But I think the Times of Israel is good.
The Times of Israel is okay. Obviously, you're not going to get everything, but like breaking news and the most important, yeah, they're going to report it on the Telegram.
Yeah, we need more countries involved, even if it's only in defense. That's fine.
Yeah, I see this. I see this happening. This is like a second version Gulf War.
What is this? It says unable to finish on his own. Trump takes a gamble in Iran. U.S. officials try to argue the president had no choice but to authorize the operation. He did, but felt conditions were ripped for regime change, something only the Iranian people can effect. Well, that's what he said. Yeah, and that's true. What's wrong with these people?
I guess technically it's a third Persian Gulf War.
What is it?
No, I'm saying technically it's a third one because the second one was the invasion of Iraq, but I wouldn't really consider it a Persian Gulf War.
Was that like a Gulf War? No.
Yeah, it's a weird one. It's not a real one, though.
Were the Gulf countries involved?
No.
I would think if it's a Gulf War, if it's like,
Yeah.
or maybe because the Gulf is getting controlled, implicated. I don't know.
Well, people know of the Gulf, but they probably couldn't locate those different countries in the Gulf. That's probably why. People knew of the first one.
So I can see a video of. Where the fuck is this though?
What are you looking at?
I see a video of a U.S. Can you guys talk? I'll be right back. I gotta listen to this video. Make sure this is not.
Absolutely. I just want to try to reiterate that the Muslims and the Islamists of the Shia faith, as well as the other Islamic faiths, are going to have to come to terms that Muhammad, aka Abdul, is not the last and greatest prophet of Islam. That, in fact, Donald John Trump has solidified his place in the mythology of Islam and in the history books of Islam as the last and greatest and most glorious prophet. This is India. I am complete.
Abby, can you check to see if we have a jet fell somewhere?
گفتم دیگه راجع به این. This was Kuwait.
نه بابا من الان دارم یکی رو میبینم توی پشت ماشین.
Yeah, that's the pilot. They put him in the boot of
خب
the
اینا
car.
کیان؟ اینا اسیر نگرفتن اینو که.
Kuwaitis are not always fond of Americans, you know.
Really, we only liberated them from certain death under Saddam Hussein. Maybe show some gratitude.
So this is the video I was talking
Oh
about.
my
So
God,
there's like 2
India, I'm
videos.
gonna fucking remove you if you don't shut the
بنازش
fuck up.
بیرون. این که اصلا علکی اینجا.
دلم برم خیلی دل شده.
کسخور.
So remember when I entered the room, I said I had just seen these videos?
This is the one you're talking about?
Yeah, so one of the pilots is the one in the trunk of the car, right? With
Yeah,
the
but
guy
why
with the
is it in the
mustache.
trunk though? I don't understand. What the fuck is this?
He ejected from the plane and landed.
But it doesn't look friendly the way he is. Maybe something I'm missing. Hold on, let me listen to this one more time.
They're just kind of like, you know, have him in a place, a car. I mean, I don't know how else to put it. But yeah, I
They
mean,
don't
obviously.
fucking have like ambulance or something.
I know.
That's the part I'm confused. It looks like,
yeah.
you know when you get hostage in a war? It
Yeah.
looked like that. That's why I freaked out. I'm like, what the fuck is
It
this?
might look that way, but it's not meant to be that way.
It is not that, right? But
No.
Arash, is this the video that you saw? Because now I'm worried that this is new. This is not new.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know which video you're looking at, but if you're looking at videos of jets crashing, yeah.
The last like hour or two. It's as the jet was spinning like out of the sky, that one. It's all over X.
Oh, they're in Mashhad now, guys. They just went to Mashhad. They're in Mashhad. They just heard explosion in the Mashhad. So that means they started in the east now. Oh my God. Sorry for that ugly laugh. Abby, are you up? Trump said the second leader and the third leader of Iran were killed. Who's the fucking third leader? They already picked the third one and eliminated it? Arash.
I think they're referencing the interim council, which consists of 3 people, right?
No, it's not that.
Oh, you mean the
Because
reference
one
to...
of the 3 people is Pezeshkian. He's not dead. So you know what is that guy Arafi?
Mm-hmm.
He's dead.
Well, I heard that like some 5, 6, 7 hours ago, but I haven't seen any
Repeats,
sources.
but listen, here it says Trump repeats the second and third leader of Iran. رهبران دوم و سوم ایران هم کشته شدن.
Yeah, but what's the source in that?
It says Trump says. Let me find it.
Trump says. Well, in that case, it wouldn't be hard to find.
Oh no, but it's his page. I trust it's my friend's page. They don't just.
Yeah, but look, I had a look at this hours ago. I think it's a reference to what he said regarding the people he fought off. You know, could potentially, you know, when all this is over, sort of like negotiate and, you know, transition or whatever like that. But it's a reference to the initial strike, you know, when the Supreme Leader was killed with the 40 other ones because there was a meeting, right? They didn't know how many people would exactly meet up at that house, but
Trump says.
many did.
They hit Karen and Tehran. Tehran is just going and going and going. UN nuclear watchdog says no indication Iran nuclear installations hit. I don't think they're going to hit the nuclear. Now that they went in this far, they're going to just go watch it. That's the safest way, because what if they've moved the uranium? French Foreign Minister, the military escalation must stop as soon as possible. The Iranian regime, which has now lost its leader, must end its attack. It must agree to major concessions and a radical change to posture so that a political solution can be found. Fuck off. I'm gonna fucking ask them to bomb you too, motherfucker. Am I reading this wrong, or does that mean change within the government?
What are you reading?
It's talking to Iranian regime. The Iranian regime, which has now lost its leader, must end its attacks. It must agree to major concessions and a radical change of posture so that a political solution can be found. This is what the fucking foreign minister of French says. That means change within the regime, right?
They're just conveying this so-called diplomatic.
There is no fucking diplomatic at this end. They need to fucking surrender. And these countries, they can either shut the fuck up or ask IRGC to surrender. They don't need to make it harder for US and Israel and the people of Iran. For fuck's sake, they've been getting bombed for 72 hours non-stop. If they see these news, they're just gonna fucking jump off the buildings. You know what I mean? Are people inside?
No, they will join in, trust me. Not many
People
hours from now.
inside don't want to even hear, oh, let's figure this out so they can change and stay. No, people don't want them to stay at this point. You can't fucking bomb countries and say, we're freeing you, and then say, okay, let's stop doing this, let's change. Fuck you.
ببین اینو باید اخراج کنی که اومد بود بالا اون پخش میکنه صدامو.
الان شنیدی جایی؟
من پخش میکنم الان میبینم ده پخش میکنم.
You have? We promise a tenfold refund if it doesn't work. Traditional dentures can lead to jawbone loss and change your facial contour over time. This system. There's a sporting venue or a restaurant for that matter.
On everybody's nerves because you're talking about your thoughts and wishful thinking like it's a fact, and it's annoying.
Okay, I think this is going to be the viable solution going forward. I'm just a part of the.
What solution? We didn't ask for a solution. It's not a problem.
What do you think, Black Rabbit? What do you think about the fighter jets that were shot down by Iran today? And I'm seeing videos of the Iranian fighter jets in their skies patrolling. What the fuck's going on, man? What's up?
The security reports say they show from February 28th to March 1st, there's been a 700 decrease in Iranian missiles that they've shot. What's showing is that the ground attacks that have happened after on the 29th into the 1st have took out a lot of their underground installations. So we're 48 hours away from having this. So I mean, I heard there was friendly fire over Kuwait, and the whole thing, like the pilot was able to eject. I don't know about the second jet. I don't know. I haven't seen so much about that, but things happen. But this is largely an extremely successful mission. They hit over 1,200 military installations. I didn't even know they had that many military installations. So it's phenomenal what's happening here, and unfortunately there has been some American casualties, and obviously Israelis and other people in Iran. So either way, we're getting closer. But the the midterm stability is to break it into a trilateral partition, and allow the people of these different regions to reach their potential in security alliances with the rest of the Gulf states and with Israel, and along with joining the Abraham Accord. And those two mechanisms with the Board of Peace.
You're going to force Iran to join the Abraham Accords and also to split up into 4 separate states. That's what you guys are proposing.
And we're going to have the Board of Peace govern the whole process.
You don't think this is radical? You think a lot of Israelis would support this?
Absolutely. I think every Saudis will support it. And because you guarantee that what was the 4 issue?
I thought the Israelis were going to come so that the Iranians can take over and make it their country. What is this?
Yeah, but the question is how. For sure, we agree with that. We're not installing military bases in these providences and saying.
Yeah, but you're splitting up the country, though. That should be their choice to make.
Well, if they this is the thing. The whole thing goes south if the Iranian people on the ground and their leadership says, well, we're not going to take the money. We're not going to take our own independent power. We're not going to take our own seat at the table. What we're going to do is we're going to collectively wait for this particular person that the United States is bringing in, or some other guy that comes right after that. And we're going to have this unified understanding because we're Iranian and because we've existed for these thousands of years. And we have to give. I don't believe that exists. I believe people have their selfish interests. I think people see new opportunities. They see countries like Israel and Somaliland and Saudi Arabia. These countries grow exponentially over the course of 80 years. And why should there be any difference? Why should there be any difference? Yeah. Israel's going to get $1 trillion GDP within the next 7 years.
You're living in an alternative universe.
I'm sorry, Rabbi. I have to say, you sound exactly like a person who's the mouthpiece of the Islamic regime. To me, you are an asset of the IRGC because everything you say is everything they are now threatening people in Iran of the country going to be detached, could be taken apart, and they escape. You are exactly that, and I do not believe you're a Jew. I do not believe you're in love with Israel. I think you are a paid member of IRGC who is spreading propaganda around. We have seen like you before. I have worked in the media for years. No, you are 100% because I have not heard any of these things that you say from any credible source.
From Scott Ritter, I've heard it from many military analysts. So the black rabbis saying checks out. He's speaking the truth. It aligns with British and NATO and American plans.
Well, the British has wanted it for 300 years.
Wanted to destroy Iran.
Omid, this guy is Jewish. He is a rabbi. He lives in Israel. His name is Rabbi Yosef Mordechai Yosef Ben Abraham. Is that right, Black Rabbi?
Well, yeah, but what's this?
He thinks you're like some paid troll or something. I want to show him. No, you're a public figure. He's on the news. Omid, this guy is on the news in Israel. Like he's not. He's famous over there. He's not like a paid Iranian.
I don't understand why is spreading the IRGC's propaganda.
No, it proves the IRGC.
Listen, the IRGC. I'll tell you something. The IRGC is stupid. They lie about a lot of shit, but it doesn't mean that they're lying about every single thing about Israel. No, I'm just saying like they lie about a lot, but not everything.
Yes, we are aware of this threat. We have been aware for the last 200-300 years. I know that we are aware, but this is not something that Israel or even America can decide for us. Because it's just not going to happen. You can kill a lot of people. You can burn the cities. You can bomb us. You will not take our parts. This is not going to happen.
You can say it won't happen, but you should be prepared for it because that.
No, we're not, because once you prepare mentally, you're gonna do it. We're not gonna be prepared for it. We're not gonna let a historic land. This is what pisses us off.
You can say that to me.
No. we have a plan. We have a plan, brother. We have a plan.
Black Rabbi, you got a response? I don't get it, bro. So like, what's gonna happen when they're not cool with it?
So the point is, I know for a fact that going to the Kurdish leadership and showing them how they can have $200 to $300 million GDP in the next 5 to 7 years, that they're in control of, working in conjunction with the United States, working in conjunction with Saudi Arabia and other Arab Gulf states, and the international trade circuit that we can open them up to. I don't think they're going to say, we want to keep Iran together. I don't think
Yes, they would. Signed up. Listen, those people who signed up. Listen. Let me tell you a fact.
Let me respectfully, Haas, I'll let you speak after. I just want Omi because he's actually from there, and this guy's talking about dividing this country. So I want to give him a chance to respond.
So 4 days ago, all these Kurdish groups like PKK, Pajak, Komole, and these are the main 4 ones. They all made an alliance. In the morning, the guy Mahdavi, the other guy Barzani, or some of the other people, and they have been carrying out terrorism acts and assassination and everything in the last 40, 50, 60 years. But anyway, the Turks are killing them as well, are their enemy. But they made an alliance to confront the Reza Pahlavi, and all their they are pissed off is because the people are shouting Reza Pahlavi. Anyway, their alliance only lasted less than 6 hours. So these people can't even get on with each other. They only know that their survival is within Iran, at least the Kurdish Iranian that I know, and most of Iraqi Kurds who are now in the independent part, they would love Iran to be independent. They would love an Iran government who treat them fairly, because they have not been treated fairly by this government or even the previous one. The Turks, the Kurds, the Arabs, and the Baluch, they have all been not second class, but not been given enough care. So we want to change that. We want to make sure everyone in Iran is equal against the law. In the eyes of the law, we want to have everyone being treated fairly and just. So this is what's going to happen. We want to unite it. Actually, the plan is, what I have in mind, is a suggestion to all the Iranian, all the countries who have been part of Iran before 1800s, that we form something like a United States, like a federalism, like Germany. We want to ask Tajikistan. We want to ask Uzbekistan. We want to ask Afghanistan. We want to even ask some part of Pakistan and Azerbaijan.
That's going to be a problem for the other regional rivals, such as Israel. I mean, they're not going to
No, we're going to be a friend with Israel. Israel has no
for
threat.
now. But what about the next
never, because we're not gonna be their enemy. We love Israel. We have always loved Israel.
You guys want to divide you because you love them. That's great.
Can I talk to you, please?
Yes, sir.
Israel is not your friend. Israel has stated officially time and again, they do not want a friendly leadership in Iran. They want a weakened, ineffective Iran, just like their neighbors Syria, Lebanon, Iraq, every country that Israel has wrecked with the US help. They do not want strong and friendly neighbors. They want weakened vassal states so that they have no say against Israel domination in the region. So your plans are wonderful, but Israel will not allow that to happen. They want to wreck your country. So Black Rabbi is correct. Even if the details are wrong, he's correct.
No.
Of what Israel's intentions are. So you should be careful and pay attention. And your leaders are warning you, and you're not listening. They're warning you for your own protection. But instead of lying behind your leadership, you're betraying your leadership, and you're allowing us to destroy your country.
No. In the last 47 years. Listen, pal. In the last 47 years, the only people who have wrecked our country has been this government. Everything, all infrastructure that we use now in Iran has been left from before this regime. The only thing they built was a few roads, and that's for their own purpose, to carry goods from north to south and all these. They haven't done anything. No hospitals. We don't have good hospitals in the cities, especially small cities. We don't have an effective railroad. We do not have an airline, a proper airline. All the planes are 70 from 1970s, and they come down every day. The agriculture is gone. Our lakes have gone.
Let me ask a quick question. Isaac, are you Iranian? Isaac?
Iran.
Yeah?
May I speak?
Yeah, I was asking, are you Iranian or Persian?
Yes, I'm from Iran. Yes, I'm.
Okay.
I think we're Persian.
Cool. Yeah, give us your take. Also, what you think about black rabbis.
Yes, the thing is, I think, if I actually understood right, he was saying that Iran is actually going to be a divided country after we get done with all of this shit that's happening right now.
Yeah.
But why didn't it actually get divided after the 1979 revolution?
I don't think
Why?
during that time there weren't. You understand? Independence in the Middle East has been a military action, right? Historically, so now today, because of the environment, because of Abraham Accord, because the involvement of human society, we can now say like, hey, you know what? There's a group of people that are Kurds. You know what? They've been under oppression for the last 50 years. You know, even arguably even before then. And now they have a chance to reach their potential. We're not saying move. We're not saying we're going to elect officials. We're saying no. You have your own independent sovereignty. We'll bring you into the international economy. We'll provide you with security alliances. You'll be a safe place, and your people will be able to prosper. The same thing by the Balkis. The same thing by the Persian Republic, and they work harmonious together, and that ensures that there's no national security threat 30 years from now. The issue's not now, the parades and all that stuff. No, the issue is 30, 50 years from now, right? Are we going to be in the same situation again? Are my kids or grandkids going to be in the same situation that we're in today with a hostile Iran, with some type of technical capability to bring down everything? So we deal with it now, and then you guys build a new society. It's no difference. No one's asking people to move or relocate. We're just empowering people regionally to have their own infrastructure and their own governance. It's no different. I mean, it's like it's not
tomorrow on the eve of Purim. That's not going to happen.
Sir, I think that's not the point, because if a separate Kurdish state can actually work in conjunction with U.S. and the West, why Iran as a whole couldn't? And I think Iran wouldn't be actually the enemy of Israel, the future you're talking about. I think it would be the other way around.
No, I think Israel's motivation is just purely security. It's not an expansionist type country. Any type of expansion you see from Israel is only to increase national security, whether it's the borders in the north or areas in the south, these types of things. But the main issue is
because they only be secured with the greater Israel concept, right?
Yeah. The greater
That's
point
the
is
only security that they can get from the river Nile to the Euphrates.
But the thing is, we're talking about increasing.
What thing?
Did you not cut me off first? I wasn't talking to you.
No. I want you to answer me, because that's not expansionist, what it is.
I need you to respect the moderator, and he will tell you that it's your time to talk, right? All right. So we're seeing the 90 million or 80 million people that live in Iran. We're talking about a model that optimizes their desires, their goals, their dreams, their ambitions. That's it. We're not saying move anywhere. We're not saying that this is a safer environment for the Kurds, from other interest groups, all the other cultures. It's safer, and it's in harmony with the spirit of the region that it exists today, right? And so that's the only thing. This fear of losing culture and all this. This is nothing that you be.
The same thing about Israel. How is the Hasidic doing? How is the Liftahor doing in Beni Barak? Those are need to be, liberated. being under a Palestinian authority that would give them their respect and not be treated like second-class citizens.
Z, I wanna give the stage to, since this is really honestly just gonna be between Iranians and Israelis or Jewish people. Black rabbis coming with a pretty, I don't know, I would say it's pretty offensive, man. I would say this whole plan. I'm Arab. I'm not Persian. I have no say in what happens, but I like to see a united Iran, bro. I like to see it.
Will be the case, because I think in such like a unstable region like the Middle East, you're gonna have like a way easier time actually like controlling, as our friend Black said, or like just turning them into a vassal state and just separating them and want to actually like deal with every single like country's stuff in like a radical religious like region. I think having a country, having a like united Iran is way easier to control than to actually like divide it to parts.
Yeah, the GCC is honestly not that. There's not much radicalism, I guess. You could say Yemen a little bit, but I think Iran is mostly the most radical, actually, in that neighborhood. To be honest with you, but with a different government, you never know. I don't know. Black Rabbi is talking about 4 different states. Like, Black Rabbi, are you talking about it? Is it all under Iran, like one umbrella? Or there's
No. Let me tell you something about these states. Firstly, just one actually existed after 1979. Only the Kurdish ones were like not the whole population, but the groups were the only ones who actually like tried to separate from the country. But the newly formed ones, like the one that they're actually like blazing right now, like the Baluchis, like separatism is not even one of their goals. They literally are just like opposing the Islamic government because they oppress the Sunni people of Iran. Like, if you listen to them, they don't say anything about like separatism. That is somehow getting milked by like who are like mostly Basijis and stuff.
No, I have a huge problem with that. I'm a Sunni Muslim. I don't like that.
Like, some of them don't even have a national ID card, or they don't even have a bank account. So if they, for example, want to actually like buy bread, because in Iran you have to buy it with like a bank account, because it's kind of not ration, but I don't know, like they do many crazy stuff, and this is one of them. And they just like stay in front of like a bakery with cash in hand and just ask other people to actually buy the bread. Of course, if you live in condition, at some point you're gonna oppose the government, right? But they don't have an issue with like the Iran itself. They had an issue with Islamic Republic. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, he's not the only one to predict this will happen. There are many people in predicting the plan is balkanization, including Greg Stoker, who was an activist on the flotilla. He's very anti-Israel. He's warning us that it's not regime change plan, it's a balkanization operation. And he points out that the Kurds have signed up for this battle and they're ready for it. And we see repeated statements from the Kurds that they want autonomy. They're useful idiots, perfect puppets for the West, and they've already signed up for this plan. You understand? I hate this plan, but I'm warning you, Black Rabbi is telling you the truth of their intentions.
Oh, man.
Black Rabbi, see?
Something.
Wait, real quick, guys. Sorry, wait. We're some news. A Saudi official came out and said the United States abandoned us and redirected its air defense to protect Israel. They left all the Gulf states that host American military bases at the mercy of Iranian strikes. Haz, you were speaking, and then King, I think, wanted to say something.
Sorry, go ahead. I'm done.
All right, King and then Omid.
I just want to on the point that Rabbi made about we're gonna tell Kurds that you're gonna make so much money and they're not gonna say no. I refer you to the first week of the uprising, just 2 days before, on the 6th of January. If you go and watch the video, especially coming from the Kurdistan area and also Luristan area, these people are the poorest in Iran. They are amongst the very poorest after Balochistan and parts of Khuzestan. They are amongst the very poorest. When they raided a storage, which hold rice and grain, instead of looting them and taking them home, they took all the rice and they cut it open, all the bags, and they poured it on the streets. You see, all your equations that you have in mind is based on your mentality of the way you are grown up, that money is everything, that economy is everything. Yes, it is important. Yes, it is very important to daily life, but not when you have to compare between your land, your identity. Money and economy does not mean anything, at least to us. And the Kurdish people prove that. And when the other gentleman said the Kurds have signed up, these are those groups that I explained already. And they have no base within the Kurdish people in Iran. They might have some bases within the Kurdistan in Iraq or Syria or Turkey, but they have no base in Iran. The Kurdish Iranians are the true Persians, actually. Their language is very close to the language of Cyrus the Great at that time. So they are the true Persians. They are proud to be Iranians. There is no way, even the Baluchis, like my friend just said, they oppose the regime, but they love Iran. They don't want to become part of Balochistan in Pakistan, or the Armenians that don't want to leave. So please, you can't paint everyone with the same brush, and you can't think that because Libya did that, or Iraq did that, or Afghanistan did that, Iranians are going to do that. Like I said, always consider the two main factors: culture, history. Then you can see it clearly. But time will tell.
So the best example that you just brought up is the Baluchis, right? So they have had a historical track record with fighting with the IRGC, right? They fought them. Many of the Baluchi people have died. It's a thing. So you're telling me that in the new form government, they don't know this guy Reza, right? They don't know him. They knew his father, the whole thing. They do not know him. He's not been there. He's not a part of the society. So you're telling me they rather trust their future with him than establishing their own nation state that's supported by the United States? I mean,
I would say go and check the videos coming from Zaidan, Chabahar, and see what people shouting. And ask them why they shouting Reza Pahlavi's name, and ask them why they shouting Reza Shah, God bless your soul. Just ask them.
Nostalgia.
Please find another word. Please.
That's the perfect word. Sorry, Mr. Flag. I'm so sorry to interrupt. Like, they actually said that, like, that's what they were chanting actually, like, on the streets. And, like, I told you about, like, them and, like, the Jaysh al-Adl group, which is the most prominent, actually, the group operating in Balochistan, that they didn't actually say anything about separatism. The only thing that they were concerned
they haven't been given the option yet. Only the Kurds.
Yeah, but just listen to me for a second. Would you rather to actually like stay in your own country, like how you lived for like many years, or just actually like join Balochistan in Pakistan and they get bombed by the Pakistanis because that's also a matter of the national security of Pakistan?
They would have security alliances with the United States. They would have trade partnerships with the Abraham Accord. These things, we didn't have these mechanisms in 1979 or even in 1992 and 1994.
So you think United States would actually like bother to actually like confront Pakistan about the matter and just like because they just want to have like a separate Balochistan state?
Because it creates a stable region. It's not just the Balochistan.
No, that's literally a destabilizer because most of the countries that you talk about that hypothetically are going to form in the region, they don't even have the sea access. So if they don't have good relationships with the neighboring countries, like the Kurdistan, for example, they cannot, like in Iraqi